I'm the Doctor, and you're watching The Ugly Couch.
What the hell are you guys watching?
Hey, it's you. I like it when you're there. Welcome to The Ugly Couch Show. I am Master Torgo.
Dr. Vlarg.
The famous Paul.
We're here to tell you what to watch, what to read, what to play.
How you doing, ladies?
And first, what's going in my mouth, gentlemen? Promises, promises. Jelly, tell us about it.
Today's What's Going in My Mouth is brought to you by fake hot dog lips. These hot dogs are shaped like lips that you can put on your real lips and then act like you have big hot dog lips. But they actually look like lips. Then you can eat them and people will go, "Oh my God, you just ate your lips." And you'll say, "Nope, I just ate hot dog lips. The hot dogs shaped like lips, but are really hot dogs that I can eat and freak you out like I just did."
All right, you know what this one? I have high faith. High faith in this one. I'm excited, actually, about this one. I've been waiting.
This doesn't sound too bad.
Bundaberg non-alcoholic beverage, lemon, lime, and bitters flavored sparkling drink.
Ooh.
Aromatic bitters even stamped onto it.
I love bitters and booze.
Right, so let's see how it works in the non-booze.
We had this before.
No, we didn't.
No.
We had the red bitters.
We had red bitters.
Yeah.
But was it by the same company?
Rosa.
No, that was the Rosa. That was a bitter drink. This is very different. Very different. Plus, this Australian.
Contains 6% lime and lemon juice. Bundaberg Lemon and Lime Bitters is crafted from the real lemons and limes. As for the authentic taste of aromatic Bundaberg bitters, well, we insist on brewing our own from real herbs and tropical spices.
I like these people.
I think bitters is misnamed.
It kind of is.
It's so inappropriate because it tastes good.
Shall we?
It doesn't taste
This
really
smells right.
bitter.
Let's just.
Whoa, whoa.
Wait, what?
First impression, got a little ginger.
It smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does smell ginger.
Uh-oh.
A little bit.
Paul's gonna hate it.
No,
I don't think so. It's not
There's a few
overpowering. It's barely
exceptions.
there. Barely there.
Yeah, it's somewhere
All
between
right, let's do
ginger
it,
and
Joe.
lemon.
Let's find out.
Okay. There's a drink in Kentucky called Ale 81.
Okay.
I've heard of this.
All right. One day I need to import that for the show because we call it Winchester Swamp Water. It's only,
I like the name of that.
It's really good. It's only brewed it's a ginger ale, but it's a very
Okay.
very particular ginger ale.
Yeah, I've
This
heard
is about 4 shades off of
that?
of Ale 8. Ale 8 is sweeter.
This is very sour.
Yeah.
Ale 8 is sweet. I mean, it's really not that far off.
It's like Werner's gone
It's sweeter,
flat.
yeah, it's sweeter with a little more ginger and a little more thing, but this is not bad.
Maybe
like
if
a
we
s-
have a fan in Kentucky, we could make arrangements to have them ship us some.
My mom and dad can send us some.
Okay.
It's like lime Werner's gone flat.
All right, I want to try this now. Let me grab a little glass.
Let's take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the cooties. Not yet.
No, I kind of dig it. It's not bad. It's not bad. You had high hopes and you were right. It's not bad, and that's all we go for here. Is not bad.
On this show is
How
not
not
bad.
bad is it? It's only get
a
one not
fantastic-
bad.
That's actually pretty good. It's refreshing.
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this a lot.
I'm amazed it's not fucking curdled milk and bug eggs or something. You
You know
know?
what?
That's next week.
And I couldn't even say burners on that.
nothing.
I would, if it's any ginger at all, it's like a really non-obnoxious ginger ale.
Yeah, it's it's very
more
subtle.
like a Schweppes kind of thing.
Is there ginger in this?
There's I bet that's one of the things involved in making the bitters.
I don't see the. Oh yeah, you're probably right.
Carbonated water, cane sugar, lime juice,
One of the
bitters
tropical
brew,
spices, if you will.
Yeah,
and a bunch of other shit.
must be.
Yeah.
But it's not super strong.
No, it's there amongst
Gentian-
other things.
Gentian root.
I know they have used ginger or ginger-like roots in the past in making bitters, so maybe that's what we're tasting.
But it
it's
really
very,
is its own flavor. I like it.
It's
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
subtle, very smooth.
What what do we got?
What do we got?
What do we got?
I will start.
You better.
All right, Netflix. We're just
We already talked about Netflix.
Yeah,
We know
Netflix, everyone.
We're
Bread's
becoming-
made of grain.
We're becoming more and more hooked on this thing. I love it. I finally got rid of my cable. Actually,
Did you?
Really?
I did, and Netflix has supplanted it absolutely fine. It's,
Cox is going to kick you in the balls.
Well, whatever. I still got internet, but I've been watching all kinds of stuff. But I saw a really cool documentary that I'd heard about. It's called Just for Kicks,
Oh, okay.
and it's about sneaker culture.
What?
Sneaker culture.
I'm
What?
so not interested. Why should I be
You
interested?
should be interested because It focuses on Run DMC
Okay.
for the most part.
Okay.
Sold.
And their whole thing with my Adidas.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So Russell Simmons, Run's brother, producer extraordinaire, it turns out actually came up with that song and everything because they were selling all kinds of records, packing in giant venues full of teens wearing Adidas sneakers because they were wearing Adidas sneakers. So Russell was like, hey, just make a song about Adidas. Get Adidas to do a sponsorship deal. Make it happen. And they did.
Yeah, that's how you so.
It was the first real high-profile sneaker endorsement that ever happened.
I'm already interested in this show.
It's intriguing. So they made $1 million. It was the first $1 million contract with a sneaker company. Worked out great for both parties involved. Made all kinds of money. What they get into is not only sneaker culture, but the people who make up sneaker culture. And what I found so fascinating is you got a person like myself who has his He-Man collection and, old school Thundercats, old school toys, Legos, all this kind of stuff. I'm a toy nut. I'm a comic book nut. All these kind of things, these nerdy little collectible things. These guys are just as obsessive and just as nerdy about rare sneakers.
That's so weird.
Even more so to a degree. Just like you remember how we saw those custom figures at the PowerCon? Yeah. These guys, there's people who make all these custom sneakers, one of a kinds. The artists who use these sneakers as their canvas to paint these elaborate, intense pictures.
Do they all get together and look at each other's shoes?
They do. It talks about how it all comes up from the street culture of kids who originally you bought a pair of sneakers and you wanted to look fresh. It came up through the b-boy breakdance, the b-boy breakdance style, right? And you had to stay popping, okay? So it was all about having your kicks match your outfit, right? So that's how it started. And these guys didn't have a lot of money, so they had to make their sneakers last. So they came up with these elaborate ways of, toothbrush cleaning and really making these all about the differences in the laces. I mean, it gets deep. It's
OCD club.
It is. It is. Well, and you watch it, and these guys are OCD. They've got stacks. You know how I've got closets full of action figures?
Yeah.
They've got closets full of sneaker boxes. It's not that different. It's really not. Okay. And the way they talk about it is very similar. The thrill of a hunt, driving a long distance for a special sneak. Now, this documentary is a couple years old, so with the internet, it's a little bit different now as far as getting stuff. But these guys are still all about finding stuff in the wild. Talk about the Air Force Ones and how they became this huge thing. Air Force Ones are never marketed. Nike does not market Air Force Ones. They're still the most popular shoe ever made. They do a limited run of a couple thousand every year or two, and they sell out and go for and so now Nike and the other shoe companies use eBay basically to evaluate and decide what shoes are doing well.
So when they released those Back to the Future
I was
shoes,
just going to ask you about those.
It really wasn't off the mark when those went for so much money.
Not at all. Not at all.
Some go for way more.
Absolutely, in the secondary market. And so that's something I would have loved to see them cover that phenomenon, but it's years before that.
They talk about Chuck Taylors?
But they talk about all kinds of... No, they really get in mostly Adidas and Nike. A little bit of Chuck's, but mostly Adidas and Nike.
See this documentary.
It's fascinating, like I said, and it gets into the people, sneaker culture. You might, like I said, just check out how nerdy and obsessive these guys are about their shoes. It makes you passionate. It's fun to see passion in any respect, and that's.
Did
that's
they talk about rare prototypes, being collected? Yeah, that's the crazy ones.
Yeah, they got these ones that were made. They do talk a little bit about the Chuck Taylors about because they were all waffle irons for a while. This guy actually used a waffle iron to make. There's a couple of those that are still out there from the ones that were actually made with the original rope and that kind of stuff. And yeah, man, just the rarity, scarcity. There's a guy who has thousands of pairs, one of these rap producers. He never wears a pair twice.
What?
Never wears a pair twice. Same with his clothing. He pops the tags. That's it. If it doesn't have a tag on it, it's not getting worn again. Stuff like that. And he's just got thousands.
And he just keeps it.
Thousands. Yeah. And they're collectible. And then, these guys will find a shoe that they like. And I myself have gone through a phase where I wore Vans, the same style of Vans for 3 times in a row. I bought the same shoe and then they're gone. Mm-hmm. They stopped making them. And the last pair of Vans I bought do not fit well or feel good. So I'm back to my Nikes. So these guys will find a pair of shoes that they enjoy,
Fans.
and they'll buy all of them. They'll buy tons of them.
Just in case they go out. Oh,
I wish I had several years ago.
It's awesome, just for kicks.
Holy crap! I had a brief brush with that. I think in the '80s, all the kids wanted these high top Converse. You know,
I remember that.
They wanted the high tops, and there was a certain kind you had to try and get, and then it kind of died out for me because I wasn't into street culture or whatever.
Well,
I just have 2 words to the whole thing. Pump it.
Oh, I had those.
I did
had
too.
those little pump. What are the pump? They were just pumps.
Reebok pumps.
Reebok
I had a
pumps.
pair of pumps. I think every kid had a pair of
we had
pumps.
pump it.
I don't think it actually did anything for you though.
Just squeezed your feet.
Squeezed your foot, yeah. Didn't kind of made it uncomfortable. That's about it. Just wasn't nice.
What you got?
Oh well, okay. Northlanders. It's a DC Vertigo title. They're only going to about issue 50, so get it now because it's going to be ending in 2012.
Are these going off the market?
No, well, they'll reprint them and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
The final trade isn't even here yet. But I picked up this big, fat first trade.
That's a fat book.
And I was like, okay, well, I saw this in the store maybe over the last year. There's a bunch of different trades I saw. And I'm like, do I want that one yet? Do I want that one yet? Finally, I decided, oh, screw it, I'll just pick it up. And it's really good. It's, well, what I thought what it was about this Viking named Sven. But his story ends at the end of the book. I'm like, what the hell's the second book about? And it just picks up more Viking stories.
Different character.
Different characters, and it's disjointed, but it's great. There's fighting, fucking, blood.
That's what I hope for a Viking story.
Everything you hope for with a Vertigo story.
Everything Barry's interested in.
Hell yeah. The art is really good. The stories are really compelling. It's an easy read. I got through this in a couple days because it's one of those books where, well, I'll read another page. Well, I'll read another page. Well, shit, I'm all done. So that right there is the best endorsement I can give a book like this. The first book is about this guy Sven, who hails from the Orkneys. That's north of the mainland in Britain. Sorry, England. And he was off fighting wars in Constantinople or whatever. Okay. He comes back, and his uncle has taken over his birthright, and he has to fight him off and just make his way in the Orkneys again.
Okay.
And of course, you know, the English invade, and it gets to be a bloody mess.
Yeah.
So it's pretty damn good.
Is there spam in it?
No. This other one, book 2. Book 2 is about this one guy, this Irish guy, because it's the Viking invasion of Ireland.
Okay.
And he just kicks all kinds of ass, and he's this ghost to them that they can't pin down, and he's killing all their guys, and they're trying to. And there's this investigator who's trying to find out why. Now, by investigator, remember this is set in like the year 1000. So
Investigator.
yeah, it's damn good. It's a good read. It's a Vertigo title. You can't usually go wrong with those.
It's true.
Check it out.
We do like Vertigo.
Can I show you my favorite guitar? My favorite controller
Yes.
for the Xbox?
That's not a
Yes,
controller
yes,
for the
it
Xbox.
is.
That's your freaking guitar.
It is my guitar. It is also my controller for the Xbox with Rocksmith.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, Ubisoft's. Now, of course, the music game industry's kind of tanked a little bit. Everything's slowed down. It's going to come back again one day when they figured out what new to do. This is something new to do. I know there was a big hoopla with Rock Band 3 with their guitar controllers and so on. And to an extent, yes, it was very cool. It would teach you how to play. However, to a point, it can use the exact same Rock Band formula where easy, then medium, then hard, then expert. You had to essentially run every phrase at the beginning part and then work your way up. What Rocksmith does is it actually monitors how well you are playing that song by the phrase of the song. If you're getting this phrase, it will start adding to that phrase, getting you closer and closer to the song you're playing. And when you play back through that song again, it remembers where you were last time, puts you at that level, and as you're increasing, it goes further and further until you are actually playing the song. And it's more of an application than a game. There is a game component to it, without a doubt, and it has a kind of a Rock Band feel to it in that regard. But very good to pick up. Whether you know how to play guitar or not, it will help make you a better player.
Really?
Yes. And that is what it set out to do. It's not meant to be a party game. This is a guitar teacher. And it has many games in there too. One called Ducks, where you're shooting ducks by playing the frets that the duck is coming down. There is a zombie shooting game where you have to play the chord to shoot the tank, to shoot the zombies out. All right.
I love this.
Yeah. There's ones that teach you new guitar techniques. It is teaching me techniques I've always wanted to learn on guitar and never could figure out. I am now doing tremolo notes, which I've never been able to do.
I have no idea what that is.
That's that surf style where that I'm finally learning how to do that.
Neat.
I am loving this. I go to sit down to play it for an hour at a time, and I end up spending 3 to 4 hours on it.
Wow.
It's
Until
true.
my guitar fingers are just plain can't do it anymore. And it has a great set of songs within there. Eric Clapton, Rolling Stones,
Animals,
the
House of the Rising
Pixies,
Sun.
Blur, Black Keys.
Muse.
Fantastic array of music and downloadable songs if you want to add to it. And in fact, I believe upcoming is Megadeth,
Okay.
right? So if you've ever wanted to learn to play guitar, didn't want to go do lessons, you have a guitar, it's just sitting there, not doing much for you, check out Guitarsmith. It comes with the cord you plug into your guitar so that your Xbox reads what you're playing.
Does it start you off like easy, like Three Blind Mice?
It doesn't start you easy with Three Blind Mice. It starts you easy with Rolling Stones' Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Okay,
All right.
That
that's
doesn't
cooler.
sound easy.
And it doesn't sound easy, and nor is it once you play the whole song in its entirety. However, when it starts you out, it's only starting you out with certain notes at a time. Now, those who already play guitar to a sufficient level, when it starts out, it might be a little frustratingly easy for you. But don't worry. Soon enough, the game will recognize that, oh, you're already beyond this, and start adding more and more to you until you're actually nailing the song.
So it's
I've been on
Good.
Three Blind Mice for years. I used to play guitar for like a minute when in elementary school, but I just didn't get into it because they would teach you stuff like Three Blind Mice. And I'm like, this really sucks. Why am I playing this shit? I want to be a rock star, not a fucking children's entertainer. And I just dropped it. But, if that came out when I was of the age where I was ready to pick up another instrument, then I totally would play that.
The number one thing about this game gives you that I've never seen in any game in my life is a satisfaction of your skills building and you're actually watching and feeling them build. Where all of a sudden I would just get giddy because something I didn't think I'd get, I'm all of a sudden getting, and all of a sudden it's rewarding me by making me go, okay, now can you do this?
Huh.
I've
And-
heard some mixed reviews on this thing, but do you think it's necessary to have some guitar knowledge, or would you think stepping into it
No,
blind?
in fact, when it starts, it assumes you have none.
Okay.
It starts off teaching you how to tune a guitar.
You just got to buy a guitar.
Or, yes, that is the kavad. This is not going to work on a rock band controller. You have to have a guitar, not just an acoustic guitar, it has to be one that can be plugged in electrically. So if you have an acoustic guitar, you can buy a pickup for like $35 out at your local music store, and that will make it fully functional with this game.
Now, does it?
Acoustic guitar. I have an acoustic.
So
With a
if
pickup.
you buy a pickup that you put right in that little circle,
Yeah.
you can put that
And you
right
plug
there,
that
and
in?
then you can plug that into it.
Okay. I want to do that because I want to learn how to play my guitar properly.
And there is
What do you do with it
one
now?
audio issue.
Nothing.
If you're running your audio through HDMI, it does have a lag issue. So it is highly recommended you use component cables, optical audio. If you're using HDMI for all your sound, you're probably going to run into some lag stuff. So just be aware of this.
What about digital audio?
Digital audio so far seems to be fine because that's basically what we're using.
That's what I'm using. But the HDMI cable has a lag
But
to it.
HDMI, if you're running audio through HDMI,
Oh, I didn't know. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have audio through it.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the issue.
Audio's going through digital, so that'd be okay.
All right. Cool.
You've convinced me. I need to go pick up pickup. We'll
Love it.
have to talk about pickups.
Love it, love it, love it.
Okay. So I just got this for my birthday. My mother-in-law sent me this.
What? Look at this.
The greatest video game music played by the London Philharmonic Orchestra.
I love the
What?
cover.
Nice.
Fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's got a very eclectic mix. And the production quality on this, as to be expected, it's
Angry Birds!
Bar none. Yeah, you got Advent Rising, Legend of Zelda Suite, Call of Duty, Angry Birds, Final Fantasy VIII, Super Mario Brothers, Uncharted, Grand Theft Auto 4, World of Warcraft, Metal Gear Solid, Tetris, which actually sounds like a klezmer band.
World of Warcraft's got some great music.
Battlefield 2, Elder Scrolls,
Yes!
Call of Duty 4, Mass Effect, Splinter Cell, Final Fantasy, BioShock, Halo 3, Fallout 3, and Super Mario Galaxy.
Wow, what a collection.
It really is a very eclectic collection, and what I like about this album is that you could fool your grandparents on this one. Most of these tracks you could throw in and they could be convinced they're listening to NPR. That's the production quality and the sound value that's coming off of these things. You wouldn't necessarily know that it's a video game song. Now, most video game music is becoming orchestrated anyway.
Oh, yes.
We're moving away from chip tunes. I still love chip tunes, but this is an awesome departure from that once in a while. Class up your video game music library and give this one a shot.
Or start your video game music library.
If you're watching this show, you have a video game music library.
I have a video game music
Chances
library.
are very good. It's great. Yeah, it's really, really good. Like I said, wide selection. And when you listen to it, it is the London Philharmonic. So all of a sudden, you're transported into that John Williams mindset, and everything becomes very filmic. Filmatic.
That's a new word.
Filmatic, right?
Filmatic.
Nah, well, let's use filmatic.
I don't know. It feels like you're watching a movie, which I mean,
Filmatic. Adjective.
games are getting closer to that too. Anyway, filmic.
Flemic.
I think you were right when you said filmaic. First
Motion
time.
picture. It's real motion
picture.
picture.
It's movie-like.
Yeah.
Film-esque.
Anyway, like I said, transport
Talking pictures-esque.
yourself and your non-gamer friends
Listen to
With
him.
a
He's in
little-
one of those talkies now.
with a little greatest video game music played by the London Philharmonic Orchestra. Very nice stuff, and a big thank you to my mother-in-law for picking this up for me.
Very nice.
Very cool. Well, Little Shop of Magic was having a sale.
Imagine that.
Big sale.
Oh,
and I
boy.
picked up The Adventurers, The Pyramid of Horus by Fantasy Flight Games, the greatest maker of games ever. This is not the first iteration of The Adventurers.
No.
There is The Adventurers, the Temple of whatever. Before Fantasy Flight picked it up. This is the second one. Now, we played this game.
We did.
And it is fun as hell.
It is.
Okay, here's how it goes. First, you got a board. And you are adventurers, and you are hoping to get out of this temple with as much treasure as possible.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So what we do is we put cards all around the edge of the board, and if you can search anywhere and pick up either a treasure, or you can get a wound by like getting bit by a scorpion or some bullshit like that.
Cobras, alligators.
So if you want to hang on to that there. Now,
Torgos.
you
Torgos.
can...
Nasty bite them.
Of course, they have these great little figures for each character, and they each have their own little special power.
Paint that.
Yes, you can paint these. In fact, they sell pre-painted plastic miniatures.
Really?
Why?
Fun in that.
Fuck it, paint them. They're cool. After every turn, a block drops from the ceiling somewhere on here. And blocks every turn fill this up. And if 4 across or 4 like this, anyone who's over here is trapped in the tomb with the mummies that wander back and forth. Forever. Stay a while.
And
Stay
you're gonna die?
forever. And you die. And you don't know where they're going to drop because they're all random.
Yeah.
It's a
fun
quick game. It's a fun game. It's not like fuck your buddy because you really can't fuck other people.
Nope.
It's just get in, get some treasure, and get the hell out before you die.
In this one, the game fucks you.
Yeah.
It was so much fun that we played it immediately a second time.
We're like, that was fun. We're doing this again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's cool.
The Adventures in the Pyramid of Horus, check it out. It's an easy game. What does it take, like 20 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20
Quick.
minutes to run the game.
20 minutes to run the
Not
game.
too hard to learn.
Quick games for Fantasy Flight are rare.
Probably the simplest Fantasy Flight game I've ever seen.
Yeah. So check it out.
Fun and
Well, it
simple.
also says Dust Games on here, so maybe they had a hand in.
I don't know what the deal is there. You can Wikipedia it or whatever you do. But
Maybe that was the original iteration.
yeah, maybe. Who cares? You know what? Fantasy Flight Games, go get it.
Probably developer, publisher, etc. Standard.
Plenty of replayability, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That looks like fun.
Now, the other one is different in that there's this ball, this big stone ball, like in Indiana Jones, and it's like rolling down the path, and you have to get out of this tomb or whatever with this little big pit of lava and a
Sounds
water
fun,
slide
too.
and things. That's interesting, I'm told. But I don't have that one, so. What do you got?
I got a Norwegian film.
A Norwegian
Isn't
film?
it good?
Is it Dead Snow?
It is not Dead Snow.
Oh.
I've not seen too many Norwegian films, but this one caught my fancy. It's called Troll Hunter.
What?
Have you heard of this film?
I have heard of it.
Yes,
What's it
I have
out
not.
on?
Troll Hunter is one of those found footage films. Which I'm a
Shaky
big...
cam?
You
Well, you're not that
lost
shaky,
Barry.
but not that shaky when it
Okay.
comes down to it.
Okay.
Blair Witchian.
It's this group of student filmmakers are trying to find out who is poaching these bears in the Norwegian woods, and so that's their class project. When they find the poacher, turns out that he isn't actually involved with the bears. He hunts trolls for the government. And agrees to allow them to follow him in his exploits. That's all you need to know
That done.
going into it.
Writes itself.
What is charming about this, it's not so much a horror film as a lot of found footage films are, as it is more adventurous. And it really goes deep into classic troll mythology about what trolls hate. Like
What do they hate?
they can't stand the smell of a Christian man, the blood of a Christian, and it drives them into a fury.
What?
This is old
What?
troll lore here. It's fantastic.
I'm picturing Troll, that shitty movie with Sonny Bono from the
smell of a
1980s.
Christian man's blood.
Because they are mythological creatures that can do this. There's certain various kinds of trolls, ones that live under bridges.
Ones that live in forums.
Once it hang on a
It goes into how trolls into the mythology of how trolls grow extra heads. How
do they grow extra heads?
I'm going to save that for the movie.
Oh.
That's for the movie. And it's in Norwegian, so you'll be doing a lot of reading. If you don't mind that, it is a charming, fun picture. A little gory, but that's what you'd expect from a good troll picture.
I once had a troll.
Now, if
or
you want
should
to
I
wait
say,
for the
he
completely
once had me.
varnished version, Chris Columbus has bought the rights to this film.
Oh, boy.
He's supposed to release his
Oh,
version
Scheisse.
in 2014.
Scheisse, mein Kreigen.
So if you want to wait for the American version, I don't recommend it.
I wouldn't either. What
Find Troll Hunter.
is it on? Just on DVD?
It is on DVD. It's on Blu-ray. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's on instant for Netflix yet, but they certainly, if you have the DVD Netflix, you can get it through them. So, but it's a fairly stacked Blu-ray when it comes down to it, which is what I watch it on, and yeah, so much fun. I was charmed all throughout.
There's some good stuff coming out there from the north.
Yeah.
That, the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Oh, yes.
Dead Snow.
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I'm just excited for the Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross soundtrack coming.
Yes.
Can we apply that to the old girl with dragon tattoo?
I bet there'd be a way to do that.
I really didn't see why they needed to remake that film. Because
No?
it was fine
Yeah.
the way it was.
Did you read the books at all?
No.
Anybody read the books?
Nope.
Nope.
You
Saw the
did,
film,
yeah?
loved it. I don't see why they need to make an American version.
Okay.
Other
But
than
they're
to
doing
have
it. But
American-
what? Fincher's doing it though, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably fine.
Trent Reznor's with it, man.
Fincher.
Get
Whatever.
signed, sealed, approved.
Fincher.
Whatever.
Man can do no wrong.
Meh.
Can you do wrong? Write to us. Comments at
Well, Alien
uglycouchshow.com.
3.
And of course, listen to Geek Shock, where we talk about the news of the week. That's our podcast.
And if you like what you see, and you like what you hear, and you like what you're reading, please spread the word. Like us on the Facebook, and send links to your friends and family, and recommend us and give us some ratings on the old iTunes, where you can look us up. Give us some of those 4 or 5 stars, or however many stars you can give. We love it.
18. You can give
Please pass the word on. Spread the Ugly Couch news.
Like us on Facebook. There's a contest.
Yeah, one day
Well, one day.
we'll get 1,000 friends on Facebook. But please keep spreading the word. And we appreciate all those of you who are loyal watchers and listeners.
If you forgot to get your friends something for Christmas, a wonderful thing to do is to write to us, and I will sign Paul's underwear and send them to you for $10.
This is not true.
This is totally true.
I have nothing to do with it.
Sealed in a Ziploc baggie.
I hope so.
With a kiss. Not from
I
me.
hope not.
The red stains are from lipstick.
Or so he
You hope.
says.
or my bloodied ass.
Or you
Jesus.
or you should get that checked out.
We will see you next time. I am Master Torgo.
I'm Dr. Vlar.
The famous Paul.
Bye-bye.
And if you're watching at home, you should drink now because Paul mentioned his bloody ass.
Couch ugly.
Too late.
You stand up, we'll see how ugly your keys
ugly
are.
right now.
Oh my god.
That's Jeff's spot.
Oh, man.